Yo guys, Jeiku here, coming back to you guys with another Call of Duty video, and here in this video I want to just talk about the three things that, Treyarch kind of dropped the ball in on Black Ops 3. Now the first thing I want to talk about is hit detection. Now, it's no secret, hit detection this is the game has been the worst for hit detection, by far.
He keeps getting shot in his back because his teammates keep pushing up, or like they keep dying out, and like, what, bro? You guys saw that, dude? That's crazy, dude. What the hell is that?
And I'm not just talking about like a full bullet. I mean, like, you could be spraying your mag and hitting almost every single bullet on your screen, but it will not hit him. Now we see this a lot with the snipers because the rumor was, in order to counteract quick scoping, they nerfed the auto aim on the sniper, so now you have to hit him right on. But even sometimes, see it with the Annihilator, see it with the Tempest, even see it with some ray guns sometimes. It's honestly like, sometimes your shot could be lined up so perfectly, and you shoot through him. You see the bullet stream go right through him, and there's no hit detection whatever. And that could be due to lag comp, or all these other factors that Treyarch can't help. But seriously, it has never been this bad in past Call of Duty. It hasn't even been this bad in Ghost. And Ghost is like the enigma. Like, everyone hated Ghost. Okay, pre MTAR patch, Ghost was okay, but after that, the Vector was just three-shotting people, fucking one-bullying people, all this nasty stuff that I can't even think about right now without getting pissed off. And then also adding on to that with the hit detection, sometimes, like, oh my god, you see people like getting white hit markers. Now if you don't know what this is, white hit markers are when the game recognizes that you're shooting someone, but the servers are telling it that it's a kill. This is due to lag comp, so if someone one versus you, just watch your kill count sometimes. Sometimes you get a white hit marker, which means that the game's code doesn't recognize, or it could be opposite. The server recognizes it as not a kill, but the game's code recognizes it as not a kill, but the server does. There we go. That's much better. So you see these with a lot of snipers, white hit markers with a lot of snipers, which you can't help. There's nothing you can do about that. Half of them are one-shot kills, and you barely get any hit markers. But everything but the Locust and the Dragon or whatever. And then happens a lot of the M8 and VMP and Vesper. Now that's also a thing that they dropped the ball on. They also they gave the Vesper its power back. Now what that does, it doesn't do anything for competitive in general. But it's a fact in pubs, you go in, say you're just casually playing, I'm playing with my Diamond KN, I'll make a video about that on how to make, how to get Diamond ARs fast. Now I know that video's a little bit late since it's coming to the end of Black Ops 3, but I'm just going to keep the content rolling until, probably after COD Champs for the competitive side, then I'll start straying away from Black Ops 3 because the game will be officially dead by then. But yeah, as I was saying, you could be casually playing, KN, all this fun stuff, or you're using the Argus, then out of nowhere this guy freaking shotguns you. And you're like, holy shit, what gun is he using? And you watch the kill cam, and there's a fucking Vesper, freaking, bing! And you're dead. End of story. Like, that shit's not fun. Like, that just made the game, like, for the past, like, 3 months painful. Now, I know, I think it's been nerfed. Don't freaking, don't quote me on that, but I've seen a lot of less Vespers recently. Now, it may be because I play on Xbox. As you know, I play on Xbox One, not PlayStation 3, so players are not as competitive anymore. But, anything, there's a lot of factors that could add in. There's, as I said, connection, that the Vesper becomes really good. Now, host in this game is extremely, it's a big advantage. But I'm not going to talk about that. That's for another video. Now, the second main topic I want to talk about is map design. Now, why can I go on Infected from my spawn and freaking shoot someone across the map in their base? Like, why can I do that? And map design is basically like, you see a lot on Fringe where if you wall run on the side of yard and hop over, you can shoot people middle map. Just if you have a sniper, M8, you see that a lot of competitive, you know, SND, all that fun stuff. Some people just abuse the map designs, and like wall run does not help, you know, Black Ops 3. Like, honestly, it's so bad. Like, I only use wall runs to get to places. Like, you see, I'm playing on Breach right here in this commentary. This is a theater gameplay of me going, you know, I don't even remember, but I get a shit ton of raps, shit ton of rates, all that good fun stuff. On this map especially, I only wall run to get to mid map. Now, in another map, say like Newtown, I wall run on the sides to get to mid map. And on Redwood, I don't wall run at all. Or if I were, then it would get to that middle area. So basically, wall run is basically useless. It doesn't give you any advantage in a gunfight. Like, okay, the jumping was fine, right? You know, like, I hope, you know, especially with IW, I'll talk about that later on in this video, but the wall running gives you no advantage whatsoever. It's actually harder to hit someone while you're shooting someone, like, when you're on a wall run shooting someone who's still on the ground. Like, that shit doesn't help anyone, alright? So, I don't know why they added it. Cool feature, you know, we all thought it was cool in the beta, but it's honestly just very irritating now. Especially since, what, 8 months into the game, and no one has really figured out how to use it to their advantage. Not even the pro players. But yeah. The last thing I want to talk about. Oh yeah, never mind. Actually, okay, now, for some reason, and especially in this game, they made the doorways the smallest doorways possible in the world. Like, I don't understand that shit. How are the doorways so small where, like, we're running off spawn, 4 people are sliding into each other, freaking clipping each other, and then you try to get through a doorway, and there's 2 people coming out of the doorway, 2 people coming in the doorway, and it's just a big cluster jam. I was gonna play something else, but anyway, everyone's just stuck in one doorway, and it takes like 3 people to back off, 1 person to let in, the other one. It's like freaking a 4-way stop. Like, we've never seen that any COD. Like, even in Black Ops 2, like, yeah, that sometimes happened, but the doorways were big enough where 2 people could go in. This game, it's like only 1 person can go in at a time. This shit is so stupid. And the last thing I want to talk about was oh yeah, the specialist. Now, we don't know if IW is gonna have specialist. The specialist has not been that bad, alright? But just like how we added new guns, we were waiting for a new specialist. You know, there was rumor at the beginning of the game that, you know, there were new. Now, I don't consider the blackjack and the gambler to be new specialists, because those are basically just lazy, you know, Treyarch being lazy and just adding in one where it's just all of them combined. Now, I'm not saying that I don't like that. That's very helpful, you know, specialist. But other than that, like, we were expecting, like, how we have DLC guns, we were expecting DLC specialists, and we were never promised that. And also, I heard you guys promised the pro players, like, calling cards for their teams, you know, for the competitive side. Now, you did help the CODcasters, you know, get where they need to be. But honestly, there was a lot of empty promises that they've made, especially in the specialists, because that's the most disappointing. Because that's like, specialists are game changer, whether it's a competitive, whether it's a pub, whether it's like in a regular game. Well, that's a pub, yeah. But specialists honestly is the biggest game changer in a game, and we were just, you know, excited to see more specialists, but we didn't get them. So I mean, I don't know what I would like to see. But definitely, you know, just a new feel to the game. You know what I mean? Like, DLC weapons do that, but you would like to see a specialist. You know what I mean? But anyways, that's gonna do it for you guys, or do it for me, guys. Drop a like, comment, subscribe, same old. Thank you guys for watching the video. Subscribe, as I said. I'm Jeiku. Hope to see you guys in the next video. Bye.
In these fast times, chasing lifelines for a lifetime. I've had my heart in the right place at the wrong time with the right girl in another world. Maybe we would be together still if you hate us and resent that.